would say the most money I made was close to 40,000 in a month.
What? 40 bands?
Yeah. Like, I can go viral anytime I want, literally. And yeah, I can actually do it like right now, but I don't want to. I want to be known for quality stuff. I want to be known for my work, and I want to be respected for my work.
What do you call a bear with no teeth?
A gummy bear.
Okay.
Okay. I stay. Whatever.
Leave the jokes to me, big bro.
Appreciate you for tuning in this episode of Funky Friday. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this. And if you're feeling really funky, leave a comment. Enjoy the show. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Cam Newton the Sum, Mr. Boogie the All, and I'm here to give good content for the masses, but I promise, I really do promise, to keep it funky for your asses. Now, today's guest on this new episode of Funky Friday is a person that you've probably seen a couple times, kicking some jokes left and right, right and left. Some funny, some ain't. That's a hint, but it was a joke. That was a joke. Okay, I stay. Whatever style.
Leave the jokes to me, big bro.
Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Here with another episode of Funky Friday. Cam Newton the Sum, Mr. Boogie the All, and I promise to give you good content for the masses, but most of all, I promise to keep it funky for your asses. Now, my guests here today, you may have seen them on TikTok, you may have seen them on all your social media platforms, kicking jokes, kicking flay, whatever you want to call it, you dig what I'm saying? I'd like to present to some and introduce to others. Mr. Theo, Wisseh.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Got it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. So, Theo, how old are you, bro?
21.
21.
21 years old.
And you're from where?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Like the real Philly, like the Meek Mill Philly, or the Wallow Philly, or like
I'm more of like
suburban area?
Not really suburban, but everybody from Philly say I'm from the county. So I guess I'm from the county, but I'm still from Philly.
I can dig it. How long you been in Atlanta?
5 years now.
So I'm always intrigued to hear what got you into creating content.
So I feel like looking back, I always been interested in content. Like ever since I was a little kid, like probably like 9, 10 years old, just making little videos on my mom's phone and stuff like that. But when I was 14, I actually started my YouTube channel with my friend named Zach. It was called Theo and Zach, and we started making videos in Walmart and stuff, like little pranks and stuff like that, where we would try to like spend the night in Walmart. So yeah, that's where I started at. Yeah.
What happened to Zach?
Oh, he ain't doing it no more. He went on the music side, so he started doing music and stuff like that. That's still my dog. But yeah, we tried to spend the night in Walmart. It didn't work out though. We got kicked out. Yeah.
So like, take me through your creative process. Like, obviously the dad joke, like you're the prince of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, everybody know, hey, that's the dude that with the dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how did we derive to that, and just where does your creativity come from?
So, yeah, I think I kind of just grab whatever I think of like out the air and try to put it into like a visual concept. Like a lot of my ideas come from just me and my friends joking around, and then we'll be like, that's a video, and then we'll try to do it, and that's kind of how the dad jokes came about. People were already doing dad jokes on TikTok before I got into it, but I kind of just took the trend and like took it to the next level.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how the dad jokes came about. But everything else is just me and my friends joking around, talking, and then we just say something funny, and I'll just put it in the video.
So this is a career for you.
Definitely.
When did you have that moment where it was like, and this was I was asking you, and I wanted to kind of stop before we got it on camera. Like I really wanted to emotion and really know how you felt. Like when did it start making sense? Like,
yeah, so for me, I always like saw myself once I knew I wanted to do content creation, I always saw myself having a career in it because I saw other people having a career in it.
Right.
So once I see that, I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it, you know? So when I moved down here to Atlanta in 2018, I was living with my dad in Paulding County. So I went to a new high school, I was meeting new people, and some of the first people I really got locked in with were content creators because I saw they did content, so I was like, yeah, that's who I'm about to lock in with. Locked in and then started my YouTube channel and never stopped ever since. I always knew, like, I'm gonna make it one day.
So your vision for that, was there anybody that was on social media? Because you're labeled Gen Z.
I don't know.
But you're in a time, okay, what year did you graduate?
2020.
2020?
Yeah, 2020. 3 years ago.
Damn. High school?
Yeah, high school.
That's like COVID year.
Yeah, so I actually never went to prom because of COVID. So my graduation, the last 3 months of my senior year, I didn't even go to school. I didn't do no type of homework, nothing like that. My graduation was a COVID graduation, so we had to come right when the graduation started and leave right after it ended. And it was ass, I ain't gonna lie. But I didn't really care. I was trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that was like. It was crazy.
Damn. Yeah. But even then too, like, that brings up a point. What did COVID, like, that was like the best thing that probably could have happened for you though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From a content standpoint, like, you got nothing but time to think and everybody's locked in to that. Like, my favorite question I love to ask people is, like, what did COVID teach you? You know, if you came out of COVID with nothing, a new trade, a new ability, like, you stupid.
Yeah, COVID definitely changed me and changed my perspective. Without COVID, I'd probably be in college. Yeah, I feel like COVID kind of gave me an excuse to, like, back out of school a little bit, which I never really wanted to go. And then during COVID, I was working at Papa John's, and I was working at Papa John's in 2020, and I quit Papa John's so I could do social media full time that summer of 2020.
Which social media platform pays the best?
Pays the best for me, or just in general?
Just for you.
Oh, for me, probably TikTok. I probably make the most money from TikTok.
Now, for the viewer, take me through how you get paid off of TikTok. And many different ways of being paid on TikTok.
I mean, it's a lot of ways. So the first way is obviously you get paid for your views. So your video is actually monetized on the platform, which is like, TikTok monetization is pretty bad. They used to pay like pennies, like for 1 million views, you'll probably get like $50 or something like that. So, but when I was blowing up, I was getting crazy views. So I was actually making a good amount of money. But yeah, that's one way. Another way is brand deals, obviously, partnerships, sponsorships, stuff like that, working with different companies. And that's really the only two ways that I make money through social media. Another way is products. You can sell your products, digital products, physical products, whatever you have. And yeah, those are about the three main ways you make money from social media.
So, did you go to college?
No.
Any plans to go to college?
No.
So, crazy. So, my son, who you were just talking to, like, he's at that age now where I'm like, yo.
Man, you want him to go to college?
Do I want him to?
Yeah.
Yes and no. Yes, because I feel like college can allow you to identify yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because really for me, Paulding County, I'm from College Park, where I didn't see a white person until I went to college on a regular basis. You
That's
know what
crazy.
I'm saying? Or if I were to like engaging in many different cultures until I went to college, you know. Now, the white people that I seen from where I'm from, it was always a person of power, a coach, a police officer, a teacher,
Right.
You know what I'm saying, those type. But as far as friends, I never had white friends until I went to college, you know. So for that, yes, I want him to be able to socialize and I like find himself
Right.
being around different cultures and things like that, right? But as far as monetary, no. I would hope prior to like having access to what I have and him seeing like what intrigues him. We had this conversation this morning. It was like, bro, use me not for my capital, but for my knowledge.
Right.
And I think, especially for you, like a lot of people, I mean, you make your own money, but the average 21-year-old is probably still living with their parents if they're not in school. But college doesn't always mean success.
Yeah, definitely.
Because more people in real life is, I would say, the people that I've met, more than half of them aren't even in the field that they went to college for.
Right.
So that's what I wouldn't say for him to just be like, bro, go to college.
Yeah, I don't know any successful people. Not saying there aren't any, but I don't know any successful people that really promote college nowadays.
It's different time, bro. It's a very intriguing time where there's more self-made people that are successful financially than ever before.
Definitely. It's too many opportunities out here.
You know what I'm saying?
It's too many.
Like if you use college as a segue to better enrich your thinking on something, yeah, use that. But with YouTube University now,
Right.
bro, I seen my brother, it's crazy. I seen my brother change his oil, never learning, my dad tried to teach us all, and we're like, man, I ain't for the birds. But he went on YouTube, learned how to change his oil on YouTube. And that's just crazy. Like everything that you want to know, that you ever would think about knowing, the good, the bad, is on YouTube.
Yeah, that's how I learned how to do what I do. I learned how to edit on YouTube, learn how to, pretty much everything I need to know, I go straight to YouTube. Even now, like anything I'm learning, YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't take no course. I don't go to no school, no classes, except for like acting and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, everything is on YouTube.
So it's like, with that powerful engine, and it's like you have to evolve.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like for me right now, I see influencers and I'm thinking to myself, it's like, yo, my personal thinking be like, bro, this dude is not cooler than me. You know what I'm saying? Like you be like, bro, how does this dude got more followers than me or more subscribers than me, but he's not cooler than me. But respectfully, their edits are cooler than mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like their storytelling is better than mine.
Exactly.
And I'd be like, damn, like that's what I have to learn now, being an influencer, now being away from football. And I think football can kind of handicap you in a way because everybody's like you're used to everybody doing for you.
Right.
In your world, it's like that's overhead. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay somebody to edit. You got to pay somebody to shoot you. You got to pay somebody to do this, to represent you. But if you could do all that in-house, that's more money for you. You know what I'm saying? So what would be your advice to that person that's up and coming, that has no identity, to be like, bro, do X?
I would say it's all about just knowing how to market yourself and knowing what qualities about yourself you want to put out there and create the story for your viewers, because when people come to your platform, people come to your page, they want to know who you are, what you represent, and what you do. And if you don't have those three things checked off, you don't have those three boxes checked off as in people can see that off first glance of your page, then I'll say that's the first thing.
So authenticity is everything. Yeah,
definitely. But it's all about what you're giving to them on purpose, though, if you feel what I'm saying. It's like me personally, I'm trying to get more into doing stuff like this, just having conversations with people of status and stuff like that, and just giving people more of a feel of who I am. So when I come on these podcasts, I know what things about myself I want to talk about, because I'm painting a picture for them to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I would say there's one negative, right, that the creators and we all there, when you talk about creating, it ranges from anything.
Right.
Like you pull from the stupid, you pull from the inspiring stuff, you pull into anything that you feel like will get noticed or notoriety. And there was a slogan that when I was coming up, it was like, bro, do it for the gram, bro, do it for the gram. It would be like some stupid. Like you would do it and then it would always be something crazy. Like to your point, not saying that it was the smartest thing to do, like let's try to sneak in and stay in a Walmart. You're like,
Right.
Gen Z, like these young cats, it'd be like, bro, why would you even think to do those
Yeah,
things?
now it's crazy. Like, people is doing the craziest I would never think about doing. Like risking their life for real, for the gram.
Bro.
And it's crazy. Like, I see people, it's this trend going on online where people are jumping off of, like, houses into trees, thinking the trees is gonna, like pad their landing, and they falling straight through the tree and like hitting the ground. I'm like, bro, why are y'all doing it?
Bro,
it's crazy.
So before we get into our game, bro, this is last thing that to that point, bro, my daughter, right? She was like, you heard about this trend that they're doing. I said, what you talking about? It's called the mischievous lick, or the most.
Oh yeah, where people are stealing the most random items,
bro. So it was like how it started versus how it finished. Like, it was so beautifully edited, but the cause was so stupid. Like, it went, I seen somebody's TikTok, it was like, I'm stealing a teacher's pen. Boom, it started with a pen. Right. And then it was like, I'm stealing a desk. And then, bro, it went from, I'm stealing a locker.
Bro, I saw that one.
And then, bro, it went to, they stealing a commode. And then they stole a school bus, bro. Bro, these dudes is wilding. Like, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
That's just the power of influence, bro.
They gonna kidnap somebody next talking about I stole the teacher.
Real talk. Like, ransom. I need that, right? So check. As we get into this episode's game, it's called, obviously, Dad Jokes. Theo, we all know that you're the prince of dad jokes, but I'm a father of 7. And let's see who has the better. Yes, 7. Damn. Boy. And I want some more.
More? How many more? How many more shots you got in you, my boy?
Damn. It's a topic for a different time.
Man.
You get it.
I get it, though.
So let's see who got the best dad jokes. I got 5, you got 5.
All right.
You want to go first?
I got 5 out the dome.
Say less. Go.
What do you call a bear with no teeth?
I heard this one. A gummy bear.
Okay.
All right, here goes mine.
Okay.
Why did Rihanna get pregnant?
I think we all know why.
Why?
I ain't gonna say it. Never mind.
You don't know?
But I don't know.
Because she wanted a baby ASAP.
Okay, that was good. That was good.
So that's 1 point for me.
That's one. Okay.
Come on, you got to go dig in that bag of tricks, because those same dad jokes that you got, I done went on Google and was weep the woo. I got a couple.
I got one you ain't heard yet.
Come on.
How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it.
You ready?
Yeah.
So you didn't go to college, right? So you may not get this one.
I'm gonna get it.
Say less. What do you call a fraternity brother that really likes Star Trek?
I don't know.
Omega Psi Phi.
Okay. I knew it was Omega something. Okay, that was good.
Okay.
That was good. What do you call a man without a body and a nose?
Egyptian pyramid.
No. Nobody knows.
How many people did Fetty Wap feed for Thanksgiving?
1,738.
Also known as
1738. Hey.
1738.
Yeah. Let's see. What do you call a man that can't stand?
Can't stand her?
Nah. Kneel. I'm nice, bro. I got 100 more in the bank,
That's cool.
man.
Well, hit me with this one then. What happened when Russell Wilson's wife tossed a soda at him?
Tossed a soda at him. He took a knee. I don't know.
No. Sierra missed.
No, that was a good one.
I know that, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. I had to go with my bad bet, bro.
Okay.
That's 3 for me, 2 for you.
Okay. Is that the correct score? Y'all keeping count? Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, what did the plate say to the other plate? Dinner's on me.
All right. What did the DJ who wrote the Cha-Cha Slide say to the friends who made fun of him?
I don't know.
Take it back now, y'all. 43. Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay. What's a boxer's favorite part of a joke? Like a boxer? Like Floyd, what's his favorite part of the joke?
The punchline.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Kanye told us this one. Let me see if you know what I'm saying, you're really in depth. How do we know that Adam was not black?
How do we know
Adam and Eve. How did we know that Adam was not black?
Because he gave her his rib.
Yes and no. Because we know black men ain't sharing their ribs.
Yeah, so that same thing. I got it. Give out credit. It's still 43, ain't it? Yeah.
It's really 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3. Okay. I'm gonna tie it up real quick. That's cool. Mm-hmm. All right. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter?
I don't know.
An irrelevant. That was cool. That was a good one.
Last one for me. A duck walks into a bar and buys everybody's drinks. What did he tell the bartender?
A duck walks into a bar and buys everybody drinks. What does he tell the bartender? I don't know.
Put it on my bill.
I'm gonna be honest. The first 4 was really good, but the last one just kind of, I don't know, it wasn't really.
But bro, like it's one of them. We're going toe for toe, bro. Like I just know my audience, bro. I just had to tap in. You feel me? I knew you was like a jokester, and I was like, bro, he probably did that one. I can't do that one. I had to do that one. Let me put my little spill on that one. Then I had to carry the one, keep that change, take that off. See?
Yeah, I see what you did. I see where you was going.
So through this whole transition of content, right? Like, for you, what's your team look like? You know what I'm saying? Like I was briefly talking about like the overhead, but for you and your content, and even what's so crazy about that I had to learn even about TikTok is TikTok ain't for edited videos.
Yeah.
It's just verticals.
It could be. You could have an edited vertical video. Yeah.
But you finding your whole system of what your audience is, like what was that process like?
Me finding my audience?
No, you finding yourself in appeasing to your audience. Like I've seen you in many different facets, right? So I seen you with the how bad can I whoop your ass, or how like that situation.
Yeah,
I seen the dad joke situation. Like, how do you keep evolving to?
Right. So when I first started, it was really just me doing whatever was working. That's how the interviews came along, the dad jokes. I did the first dad joke, it popped off, I just kept doing it. So it was just me doing whatever was working for the longest. But now I feel like I'm in a space where I'm only doing what I feel like is really good content, you know? Because I already got the views, I went viral so many times, like I can go viral anytime I want, literally. Like it's not a joke. I'm not trying to sound cocky either.
No, pop it.
And I can actually do it like right now, but I don't want to. I want to be known for quality stuff. I want to be known for my work, and I want to be respected for my work.
So would you say, respectfully, you're maturing from that phase? You know what I'm saying? But is that like a young man's game? You know what I'm saying? Like the young teenager. I mean, you're not old. You know what I'm saying?
Still young. I still play that game. Like if there's a trend going on that I want to hop on, I'll hop on it. You know, because I know it's gonna get views and stuff like that. But I'm definitely transitioning into not riding the wave no more. Like I'm trying to create my own wave, and I have in the past where I created something that other people hop on, and that's what I'm trying to do now. Like I'm only focused on creating something from scratch, you know, no influence from nobody else, and just genuinely me.
So let me ask you this. Give me 5 trends, waves, so to speak, that you can name off the top of your head that you capitalized on.
5 trends, obviously the dad jokes. The interviews, I feel like I was kind of the forefronters. I mean, one of the forefronters of that wave, the interview wave, definitely. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't really hop on too many
challenges
trends.
though. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they have certain challenges that.
Yeah, even that, I don't really hop on it too much. Like the crate challenge, remember that?
Yeah.
A few years ago? Yeah, so I hopped on that for a little bit. For the short time that it was around, I hopped on it.
Did you hurt yourself?
Nah, my boy did though. That man hurt his back so bad. I thought he damn near broke his back. But I know a couple people that hurt themselves on that. But yeah, I hopped on it for like a little bit, made a couple videos about it. But you know, I try not to ride the waves too much. You know.
But how do you? And this is a creative question. Like, where do you go to lab? You know what I'm saying? Like, where to lab, like LAB.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I love the headspace that you're in regards to like, bro, I'll just create this own movement. Like, is it just you hanging around with friends and saying like, you know what, boom, that's it. You know, but how does it cook? You know what I mean?
So you're asking me, you kind of asked me like my creative process
Yes.
again. Okay, so yeah, right now I know what direction I'm trying to go into, and I'm trying to eventually I wanna write, direct, and star in my own film, TV show, whatever it is, however it comes. I want to be like, cause right now I'm the only person that's managing my content. Like the whole creative process is completely me. You know, I'm directing my videos, I edit all my videos, I think of my videos, I write the scripts, you know, so I just want to do that on a much bigger platform.
Scale.
You know, yeah, much bigger
Who's
scale.
doing what you're thinking about doing?
I would say Ice Cube did it, for sure. I'm pretty sure he writes some of his own stuff, yeah. I know he definitely directs and stars in his own stuff. Right now, I would say somebody like Jordan Peele, even though he doesn't do as much acting anymore, but I know he writes and directs, and he's a great actor as well. So Jordan Peele, I get a lot of inspiration from him. There's a couple influencers that are doing stuff like that, but not on the scale that I want to do it at. Yeah.
So even to that, like, and this tells you about the time that we're in. Like Ice Cube obviously had a mainstream career that he kind of pivoted and evolved into. Jordan Peele, obviously Key and Peele.
Right.
But you don't have no excuse for having to go like to NYU or, you know.
I don't gotta go. All I gotta do is pick up my phone.
Correct.
Yeah. And I already got the platform now, so I just gotta invest in the right things, take the right steps, and I'm already there, you know? I just got to keep going.
So in this day and age, the good is you create moments in time that you're basically monetizing your life.
Yeah.
What's the bad side to it? Like
Bad side.
the mental health behind certain things where it's like, bro, you know what I mean?
It's a couple. I never complain about it because I'm in a blessed position. You know, I'm in a position where I can change a lot of people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't never complain about this, but it's definitely some bad sides. One of them is always having to make new stuff, always having to create new stuff and just be in people's faces. Like sometimes I really don't want to create content at all. Like I just want to chill. I want to go on vacation. I want to, you know, or I just want to chill in my room and just not have to worry about nothing. But you always have to be thinking about what you're doing next, and especially because people's attention span is so short, you might create something really good, and then the next day they want something else or they're focused on something else. So just having to be really consistent on that, and then also just having people like know me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
A lot of times I feel like my interactions aren't genuine anymore because people they see my videos, they know who I am, they know what I have to offer and stuff like that. So they're always trying to get something out of me, you know.
Or to that point, they always expect you to be in character.
Right, that too. I was gonna touch on that. Like somebody told me the other day, they had seen me, they was like, yo, you that dude from Instagram, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, what's good, bro? Dapped him up. He was like, tell me a joke while still holding on to my hand. I'm like, dap him up, like, dap me up.
Yeah.
He like, yeah, tell me a joke.
You're trying to let go.
Yeah, tell me a joke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not a puppet.
A gigapet.
Yeah, like, I don't know why people think in that direction. Like, that's weird to me, very weird.
To that, I'll say one of the interactions that we've seen publicly, you know, I just recently went to an event and it don't matter. Like, granted, hecklers, fans, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But my rule is this. If you have to sneak to do it, you're not supposed to be doing it. Right?
Right.
So we've all been out and somebody pull out a phone and then they recording you or you doing that sneakily, right? Or the verbiage that they use to talk to you, it's just this small barricade, this bike fence that's holding us back. Now, if we were in Publix, if we was at the gas station, if we was at the mall, would you come to me and say, bro, Theo, you know what I'm saying? It's strong. So just imagine somebody say, bro, Ken, you
And you've got that before?
Of course.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Like, I'm big on respect, bro.
Right.
But there's a fine line from, Cam, you trash. I could deal with that. But, hey, you suck at, like.
Yeah.
Racial slurs, like all that. Like, you get it, but you grow numb to it. And a person that always gets or responds to it, and I support him, it's like Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times and times and times again, like, he like, no, this dude right here, like, because we're still humans.
Right.
We're athletes. But at the end of the day, when we power off our system of entertainment, we humans, right?
Exactly.
Like, I got a rule, bro. If I got a fork in my hand, if I'm with my family, I'm not taking no pictures. And if you are a friend, if you're a fan, if you're a family, and you are real to that, you'll understand. You dig what I'm saying? Because one picture won't dictate if I'm gonna still be a fan or not. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And it always is approached with the, hey, I hate to bother, but you about to bother. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't want to be rude, but you about to be rude. So, you know, man, when I'm with my kids, bro, I try to be present in that moment because China, he's grown to understand who I am. Like Caesar, Chosen, Kamitis, Kashmir, like all of them, they don't know Cam Newton, the football player. They know Cam Newton, daddy. They don't even know Cam Newton, they know daddy. Like, that's my dad, you feel me?
Right.
So, like, oftentimes, for the viewer, like, we still gotta be respectable, bro. And I stand on that in business and anything, in any walk of life, yeah. Right,
yeah, definitely. I do understand where some people are coming from when they bother you during family time, like they see you and they be like, I ain't never gonna see this man again. Let me try to get something right now. Yeah, and usually I always take a picture and stuff like that. But if a person approaches me as if like I have to do it, like, or if I have to give them something, or even like connect with them or something like that, that's when I'm like, all right, watch out.
Bro, it's a quick little tactic that I use, right? Yo, Theo, hey, take a picture with me. I then stop them and I say, are you asking me or are you telling me to take a picture?
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
Because that tone is like, if you're asking me, I reserve the right to say no. And even if I do say no, are you still a fan? You feel me?
Right.
And the humanistic side of people aren't always showed. Like you see like figures like Beyonce, Jay-Z, the Kardashians, Drake, you know what I'm saying? These mega stars, and you never see them. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear, like he was just here, like where he at? You know what I'm saying?
They look at him like a mythical creature or something like that.
But he just like us. She just like us. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand that, then the better off that we all would be. One thing that I want to touch on too, like when I was reading, obviously I got a whole slew of different things, but your parents are from Liberia.
Yeah.
Right? Take me through like that, you know what I'm saying? Like you being first generation, correct me if I'm wrong, first generation American. Like,
yeah, so I love it, man. I love having a different cultural background than a lot of people, because I grew up in Philly. So when I'm outside, I go to school, it's all straight Philly. But when I go inside, I'm in an African household, so it's a little different. So I just grew up a little different than a lot of people. I grew up with I say a better moral compass, because they instill that within their kids a little more than American culture. And yeah, it was just a whole different experience. But you know, I look at it, that's just my life. But when I compare it to other people's lives, it's like, huh, you grew up doing this, you grew up doing that. And I'm looking at them like, huh, y'all grew up doing this. Like y'all was able to, like I wasn't even able to sleep at my friend's house and stuff like that. Like growing up, I had to be in the crib. If my mom didn't know my friends, I couldn't even go outside with them. You know, she was very protective of me. You know, I was pretty sheltered as a young kid. And yeah, just a lot of little stuff.
but question, why don't we see that in your content?
See what exactly?
Like the Liberian side.
Right. Okay, yeah. So I'm trying to get more into. I've been thinking a lot about getting more into doing African content or just trying to appeal to that audience. You know, because I am Liberian. I have my whole family's Liberian. I need to express that in some type of way. But you know, I just never really looked at it as something like I need to show that I'm Liberian. It was just I'm just who I am. You know. I still grew up in America, so I'm not.
For sure.
You know, I'm not speaking.
But I feel like, this is my honest opinion, like I got pranked one time. Like one of my teammates, he came from an African descent. He was like African.
From Africa?
From Africa.
Okay.
Right? And he spoke to me in that tone, like all year. I thought that was his normal accent, you know what I'm saying? And then I met him, I saw him out somewhere, and I was like, hold on.
You like completely different.
Like, I didn't realize it was a joke, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you was playing me this whole time? He's like, yeah, fool, like I don't talk like that, I'm American, but.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but like for you, and I'm still finding out this, and this is what really puts me at ease. It's like, bro, my roots, that's what made me. And I'm able to go in any hood, I'm able to go anywhere because of the respect that my people give me. It's always for the reason to say like, bro, this dude came from the same streets, from the same environment, from me, had the same, you know, family values as me, and boom, he made it out. So
yeah, exactly. No, that's a good point. Yeah, now that I think about it, it's definitely important that you represent something that's, you know, especially something that's you know, and I feel like you just inspire way more people when you do it like that.
Because it's more relatable, and to what you said that I agree with is it's authenticity.
Right.
Like, and had I known this sooner, I would even not give up even more. But once you realize, and I put this on social media, the sooner you realize you're not for everybody, the better off you're gonna be.
Nah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like your content is like I have the ability to follow you or not. There is billions of people in the world. If you created the content for every single person in the world, you'll have 1 billion followers. You don't. Exactly. So why change yourself to appease to people who are not going to with you, whether you give them the ocean or you give them a tear?
Right.
You feel me?
Right. And that's not even content. That's just life, period.
That's
just life, period. You don't ever try to fit in where you don't fit in. You know, if it don't come natural, it's not for you.
Like I always use the example that when I was going through this whole transition of growing my hair, right? Mm-hmm. And
is that a spiritual thing or is that just something that you just?
It is because when I was me being Christian, I was trying to model my life after a Nazarite. A Nazarite is Samson, you know, and Samson's pitfall was Delilah, a woman, you know what I'm saying? And there's the good and the bad in that situation. But through my spiritual journey, I gained more confidence by growing my hair. But while I was growing my hair, my father said, you got to stay clean cut because if you don't, you're going to scare them. And them was like a innuendo to mainstream, you know what I'm saying? Right. The person who's investing in you, that's gonna give you the deals, or the advertisement, the sponsorships and things like that. And it's like, if I have to hide who I am to gain that, I don't want that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, bro, you see it all the time in content. It's like, bro, this is mine. Like, this is what relates to me. I think this is funny. And what I respect about Lil Wayne is like, bro, I make music for me. Mm-hmm. And it's just so happened that people with it. But like, bro, I listen to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like when I look at YouTube, it's like I get inspiration from other people, but I'm always looking at my channel trying to find like, damn, I wish I would have did this better. And everybody who's on my team, they know like, bro, I'm always in the lab trying to say, bro, let's take what Theo doing, bro, with the dad jokes and try to make it like, nah, bro, that's not you. You know what I'm saying? And I need that honest banter to be able to keep saying, okay, cool, well, let's do it this way. You feel me?
Yeah, no, definitely. 100%. I do the same thing. I'm always watching my own content. I actually like sit there and laugh at my own a lot. Yeah. Because I feel like if you're not a fan of yourself, like you're not doing something right. Yeah.
Like before we get out of here, bro, my last question is like, what's next for Theo? You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's next?
Do we see the social media star turn director, or what's the steps to getting to where you want to go?
Well, I think it's definitely a lot of things coming up. I can't really tell you what's the next phase of my career is going to look like, but I say I'm just at a point in life where I'm realizing that I have a lot of power in my hands, and I feel like God gave me this for a reason. I need to use this to serve Him in a way. So yeah, I feel like the next step is just me walking in my purpose, and whatever that looks like, that's just what it's going to be. So if I'm using my platform to inspire people, to motivate people, to give them an example of what a proper young man is supposed to look like, think like, walk like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it's going to be. But yeah, the next step for me is walking in my purpose and continue doing that for the rest of my life.
Absolutely. But I lied. My last thing is this. For the tangible people who watch this show and they see a content creator, a YouTuber, a TikToker, you know what I'm saying, right, as not of a respected career path like a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, what's the most money you made in a given month?
In a given month?
Off social media or your content?
I would say the most money I made was close to 40,000 in a month.
What?
Yeah, it's the people making a lot more than that though.
40 bands?
Yeah, 40 bands. I ain't never said that on camera either, but because I don't even like to brag about it or nothing, but it's really for inspirational purposes. Like, this is a very serious career path. You can take this so far. Like, social media is a stepping stool.
At 21, bro?
I was 20.
No Savage?
Yeah. Yeah, I know some people making like 150 bands every month. from YouTube, like making videos like this, making 150,000, easy.
So it's real spill. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's real. They making real money. Some people probably make more money than you did.
probably. I see Mr. Beast and
Yeah, Mr. Beast, he's one of the richest celebrities out here.
But he's found his niche, and I'm inspired by any artistic mind. And that could be in content, it could be in business, it could be in sports, it could be anything. And I draw inspiration from that. You feel me? I don't shelter my mind by thinking that these are the only people that can bring out a side of me. I use everything and everybody as an inspiration. And I'm able to show that in my fashion for the people that be like, damn, bro, what the you got on? It's just like, bro, I don't cross dress or anything, but I was like, bro, I seen a chick or the dude like wear it, bro, and I felt like I could wear that fresher than they had, you feel me? And did I give a fuck about your 2 cents? Nah, you can keep that, throw that in the tip bucket, man.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I do want to ask you about your style. Do you have anybody that you like gain inspiration from with your style, or you just kind of you just grab whatever you grab and?
Bro, if you go through my phone, bro, I use Instagram as like my vision board, and I just put things in like a folder.
Right.
I screenshot it, and I'm like, damn, like I like that. Boom, boom, put it in the folder. Boom, put it in the folder. So when I'm getting dressed the night before, I pull from it, be like, okay, I'm gonna take the ascot from here, or I'm gonna take the bow tie from here, I'm gonna take the pocket square, the lapel pin, the socks, the shoes,
right.
And I just build it like that.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a stylist, that dress me.
Yeah, I can tell.
Pardon me?
Huh?
What was it?
You say you don't got a stylist?
It look like it, don't it?
Yeah, I figured you ain't had one. That's what I said. Fido, Gucci.
See, I really don't even like. Hold on, don't touch a bit, bro. It's like being in the,
Yeah,
touch you by.
My bad. I can't afford them.
Yeah, you can. $50 bands a month. Yeah, you can get these right.
That was 1 month. That was only 1 month. I ain't making 40 bands every month.
Nah, I heard 40 bands. So,
No.
I really don't even like wearing name brand stuff like that though, cause it ain't no challenge in making it pop.
Yeah,
like that's easy. Like wearing like the mannequin, like that. Whack.
Yeah, I ain't a big fan of name brand, really.
I could tell.
I just right. Yeah, I ain't got no name brand on right now.
Man, look, man. As we get out of here, bro. You done?
Yeah, we good.
We gonna start at this camera in unison, then we're gonna go to this camera together, and then we're gonna finish with that camera right there. Ready? Let me see if you know how to pay attention. Follow instructions. 1 finger, 1 pinky, 1 thumb. Together, 1 love. 1 love.
So we gonna do that again, or that was the one?
I could tell those 3 months out of school.
Cause you wasn't clear on your instructions. You didn't say we was going 1. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even show me this. I had to learn this from what I heard from the
You a black man in America, bit, bro.
Right.
You have to learn on the go.
Right.
Learn on the fly.
Let's do it again. Watch this.
Say left.
Watch this.
Do I need to give the instructions again?
Nah, you good. You
sure?
said 1, 2, 3.
Together.
1 love.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, got you.
Here we go. 1 finger, 1 pinky, 1 thumb, all together. 1 love.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Theo, my boy. Yes.
That was good. I like that.
Appreciate it, bro.